I've got an idea about Southern Cross Station, and this is one of those sort of places. I've been sitting here for a year or so looking out the studio window at times, looking at the roof. We're above the roof of the Southern Cross Station. It's spectacular from above, even more spectacular than it is underneath, and it's pretty good underneath. And I thought, why couldn't we have tours? Why couldn't people have guided tours along the roof just to have a look at it? So it's not as good as walking at the top of Sydney Harbour, I'm sure, but it's an intriguing thing. I think people would go along and probably pay for the privilege. There might be other places they'd pay to go, like to the middle of the MCG or into the Melbourne Club or down in the sewers or the Lord Mayor's office. I don't know, but the top of Southern Cross Station intrigues me up on the roof at the moment. Program reporter Sebastian Costello, good morning.
Good morning, Neil.
Is it windy?
It is a little. There's a nice northerly that's just kicked up, blowing towards you at Media House, and I've just been to hold on to the guardrail. So, yes, it's a little windy.
How hard is it to get up there?
Very, very easy, actually. A couple of staircases, and you're 5 stories above the Southern Cross Station throng. I'm standing underneath the beautiful Melbourne winter sun in the middle of what I just describe as corrugated tin sand dunes. That's what it looks like from in the middle of it.
It does, doesn't it? Now, can you sort of see over the top of them, or you're down in the valley, or what?
Yeah, I'm down at the peak. You could go further down into the valley, as you say, but here at the peak you've got some lovely views on each point of the compass. Looking south, you're looking down to South Bank and some of the apartments down that way. To the east, the CBD, the skyscrapers, that AMP building with the triangular top and the little tower just poking the blue sky as the light cloud starts to clear over Melbourne. To the west, the faded green sails of Etihad Stadium, and then the final view's the best, just straight down the barrel into the Dandenongs.
Oh, I don't think that's the Dandenongs out there. I think you might be looking at something else, aren't you?
You really put me on the spot here, Neil. There is a mountain range to the north.
I think it's more likely to be Mount Macedon if you're looking that way. I think the Dandenongs are that way. If you're looking out to the north.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, well, I can see you from where I am, and you were able to walk right down into the, as you say, it's like sand dunes. You're able to walk right down into the lower areas?
Certainly can. There's a bit of a staircase, a couple of bumps that have been put in so you keep your footing. And the wind's not too bad today, although you do have to be careful. You couldn't walk up here every day, as the staff at Southern Cross tell me. What I'm standing in is actually the drain. So when it rains, this particular with water, and looks a bit like a water slide, I guess, when it's all full. You wouldn't want to slide down here though, because the edges on the tin are a little sharp.
So what if we had a tour whereby you started where you did, walked the whole length one way, then came back and walked the length the other way? Though there are 4 sort of walkways that I can see.
Yes. So I'm standing in the drains, and they sort of run north-south, which is probably what you can see. Where are you? Can I see you from here?
Well,
are you waving?
No, because I'm in the building, Seb, and you wouldn't see me, and I'd feel stupid. Okay,
give us a wave now. All right, and there's also some staircases that run east-west that kind of take you over the sand dune back towards Spencer Street if you're coming in from the Docklands.
How physically challenging would it be to walk up and down and along that area?
Oh, not at all. No, it was really quite easy. It's well put together. There's a staircase that you climb up, which is sort of in the western corner of Southern Cross Station, up Collins Street, sort of up the Collins Street hill. Then one staircase, another staircase, and you're onto the walkways, which it should take you to where I am in the centre of the sails.
Okay, so how do we start a campaign to have guided tours of the roof of the Southern Cross Station?
Well, you've got a powerful voice, Neil, although I've taken some advice, and the people who run Southern Cross Station tell us that it's probably just unlikely.
It's all too hard.
Yeah, well, no, not that it's all too hard. They've been pretty accommodating, the Southern Cross stuff, but it's difficult when you're talking about those sort of numbers, I think. So,
well, it depends on the numbers.
The other alternative, of course, would be to invite lots of people into the studio with you, Neil, and you could give them the tour from there.
But if they can manage to have tours along the top of Sydney Harbour Bridge, this should be easy. Would people pay to do it, do you reckon? Is it spectacular enough to be worth it?
It'd certainly be worth doing. It's really peaceful up here, which is something that strikes you. I mean, you're above one of the greatest cities in the world, and yet you can hardly hear a thing except for the wind that's blowing my notes and hair south.
All right. Well, you get yourself down safely, and we'll look at other strange places you can go. Where in Melbourne would people really like to go? What about down in the sewers?
That'd be good. Yeah, I'd love to investigate.
All right, Seb Costello, thank you, on the roof of the Southern Cross Station.